the forceful techniques, the time constraints. The system doesn't like to accept the idea that what they're doing may not be in the best interests of mothers and babies. My name's Dr. Robin, and I'd like to talk with you about the 3 golden hours. But first, I'd like to share a little bit about me. I'm a proud midwife with 45 years experience, including the role of midwife in charge of a public hospital labour ward. By pure chance, I was invited to my first home birth, which taught me a whole new dimension of trusting women giving birth. It was when I started my own midwifery and breastfeeding practice that I became very aware of complications experienced by women discharged from hospitals that I was not observing with women who gave birth at home. It raised the question for me, why was this happening? This became the basis of my PhD research, tested by Australia's largest maternity hospital, the Mater Mothers. If I could sum up all of my research, it's this. It all comes back to the first breastfeed. And that's why I refer to this as the 3 golden hours. Your healthy baby needs to feed leisurely for about 2 to 3 hours after birth. For the rest of this video, I will share how you can create the 3 golden hours for you and your baby.
I've had all 3 babies have been C-sections. I've had problems with my feeding with my previous 2 babies. This is my 3rd baby and I can't believe the difference having had this information it's made for us, and it's been wonderful. I'm very grateful to have come across it, really.
My research clearly demonstrates that the first breastfeed is critical for both mother and baby in relation to breastfeeding complications. I call this time the 3 golden hours. Anything that intervenes, interrupts, or delays those golden hours increases the risk of painful nipple trauma, which damages the physical and emotional well-being of the mother and her baby. The challenge for many women is having to conform to the system. For example, in my research, the commonly taught forceful cross-cradle technique is ineffective, outdated, and closely associated with painful nipple trauma.
Prior to having this baby, I kind of thought I knew it all. Jacob being baby number 6, I'd breastfed successfully 5 of the children. It all was downhill from the very beginning, not long after giving birth. Little did I know that the first breastfeed, like I said, even baby number 6, the first 3 hours were important. I didn't even know that. And in hindsight now, I can understand why that is, because within the first 3 hours of me giving birth, I was told up, shower, dressed. Looking back now, in hindsight, I was only in hospital for 24 hours. And even before I left, my nipples, I was in agony, which I'd never experienced before. I think if I had been a first-time mum and I'd had the problems breastfeeding as I had with Jacob, man, I think after that first probably 5 days, I would have given up.
For many women, complications are avoidable. 3 main factors undermine a woman's opportunity to achieve the 3 golden hours. The first is unnecessary interventions, often starting with the recommendation to induce labour. This can lead to a cascade of intervention involving accelerated labour and administering synthetic drugs. This increases the risk of caesarean section. Of course, it's important to recognise that there will be valid reasons where intervention is necessary. Secondly, the practice of unnecessary routine procedures separating a mother from her baby, such as weighing, checking and injecting the healthy newborn soon after birth, are non-urgent procedures. All of these things can wait. You might be advised that the policy says, we need to do this. However, if your labour and your birth were uncomplicated and your baby's APGAR score is 7 or above, then your baby belongs in your arms. Your aim is to protect those 3 golden hours from routine procedures and becoming a victim of the system. Finally, the system is not geared to accommodate you during the 3 golden hours. If you are not informed and prepared with a plan for the hospital staff to understand your requirements, it is more likely that you will encounter complications. I'm often asked why the Thompson Method online course was created, not just for mothers, but also for my professional colleagues. The answer is that I was overwhelmed by the amount of misinformation that taught forceful techniques. I've spent so many years helping women overcome these painful complications. And I realised the best way to inform women was during pregnancy so that they could avoid these problems. Before I leave Mother Earth, I'm on a mission to improve global breastfeeding rates. I would like you to be informed so that you can aim to have a natural birth and pain-free breastfeeding experience. I believe this will work for you like it has for women all around the world, and I hope your birth and your 3 golden hours are a magical experience. I'm Dr. Robin. I feel privileged to be able to share this information with you. And please remember, it's your body and your baby. Happy birthing and happy breastfeeding.